never got the news that I'm a wild one. Oh yeah, I'm a wild one. You better turn it up, better keep the channel down, cause you're watching Vilemike and his real wild child. Oh yeah, I'm a wild one. You better turn it up, better keep the channel down, cause you're watching Vilemike and his real wild child.
Howdy, folks. It's Vilemike here. Let's see. We got Gorilla in the chat saying, coming to say I'll watch the rewatch, but I had to postpone. I guess he's saying postpone my Walton's review today. I didn't even realize you were reviewing the Waltons, so that sounds like fun. So, and we have Elihu here. How you doing, Elihu?
Good night, Jimbo. Good night, Jimbo. Who actually watches the Waltons still? Come on. That show was not popular when it ran.
It's popular enough that they're still playing it in some areas. So, if he wants to review it, by all means, let him do it. I don't care.
Leave It to Beaver was better than the Waltons. I'm sorry. I used to watch I was forced to watch that shit when I was a kid, and I prefer Leave It to Beaver over the Waltons. I'm sorry.
Well, that's just your choice.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. On episode 13, he's on episode 13, got a copyright warning on every single one. Yeah. That's why one of the freaking Kinder Egg things got postponed, was because I got it in addition to problems rendering it, the little clip of Finding Nemo got it hit with a copyright strike or a copyright claim by Disney, and I had to do everything possible in order to get it to post. I've tilted it slightly. I tried to flip it reverse. They still caught it. I cropped it. I cut it down, but no, I kept getting a copyright claim on it.
If you only do 2 lines of Joy's saying, just keep swimming, only say to do that twice, it does not count as a copyright. If you do it 3 times, yeah, you will get struck.
No, this was
wrong.
No, this was the angelfish guy. God, I can't remember his actor's name all of a sudden. Even though he's kind of an asshole. The guy that voiced Hades, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, James Woods, the asshole prick. Yeah.
He's a great actor.
Yeah, great actor, but a fucking prick.
Great actor, still a fucking prick.
Yes, agreed.
But it was a quote of him saying, filthy, just disgusting. And from Finding Nemo, because the little toy I got in the Kinder Egg was an angelfish. But happy to say he's won every appeal, so that's good.
Right on.
Now, I'm going to try to do something real quick. Where do you go? There we go. Let's see.
Notice I changed my subtitle.
Proselytizer enabler.
Yep. I will help inform people.
Well, hold on. I'm gonna try something real quick.
I guess you try to make it full screen. So hey, here's some weird graphics for you people. Okay. So drink your coffee, smoke your nicotine, get your nicotine, and a possible alcohol intake, because this is the CNA stream, and enjoy this strange graphic, because no, that is not moving. It's your eyes. Nothing is moving on the screen. Everything is static.
Okay, sorry about that. Basically, I was trying to redo the camera settings through StreamYards so I wouldn't be using OBS. And apparently by doing that, it kicks you because you got to re-enable the camera.
Oh, man. I do not have that problem on the Mac.
Now, The reason for the title of the stream, okay? And it would not have been the title of the stream had this only occurred once.
Are you
All
getting
right,
accosted at Walmart again?
Basically, yes.
Okay.
Now, one of my jobs is I have to pack out the magazines. So I was in the inline section. That's the main magazine racks, not the ones by the registers. And I was packing out and, removing, the old stuff, putting up the new stuff, all the good stuff. Now, as I'm doing this, there was a guy who walks up. He was, I'd say in his 40s or 50s, balding, kind of fat, much shorter than me. And he sees me packing the stuff out, and he proceeds to start putting proselytization pamphlets on the magazine rack as I'm working.
That's technically illegal.
And, well, I don't know the legality of it.
Yes, because you need to store permission to display any type of material inside the premises. That's going against store policy.
Well, I know it's store policy. I don't know the legality of it. Now, I asked him not to do that because I said, this is my rack. I'm responsible for it, and I can't have that stuff on the rack. He looks at me like I had just called his mother a cunt. And he goes, I'm just trying to save people's souls. And I'm like, yeah, well, you can't put it on the magazine rack. The magazine rack is technically not owned by Walmart. It's owned by my company. And my company doesn't want that kind of stuff on, the stuff. And he's like, well, you've got you've got stuff on here about the Bible and Jesus. I was like, yes, but those are paid for by our clients to have them put on the shelf. Because, they got like women in the Bible, National Geographic or, stuff like that.
Yeah, POP, points of purchase sales. Yeah, I know about that.
Yeah. So, and he goes, well, that's fine then. And he starts to remove them, which, was nice of him. But, okay, you have to understand, when I'm working, I usually am wearing a button-up shirt with a pocket in it. And the pocket has one of my cell phones in it. After he had removed the pamphlets that he had placed on the magazine rack, he reached for my phone, or at least I thought he was reaching for my phone, but he was reaching for my pocket so he could put one of the pamphlets in the pocket.
Oh, boy.
And it is very inappropriate for you to touch anyone who's working at a store. It's considered assault. That is illegal. But, he's trying to put the thing in my pocket saying, you definitely need this. And I'll show you. This is the one he was talking about.
You should have just came back and said, well, doesn't that book you're handing out says judge not lest ye be judged, so why are you judging me?
Well, I'm just, now, I'm working. I'm not allowed to accept the stuff anyway. I'm trying not to be an ass. But he goes ahead and he tries to put this in my pocket. And I just took it out of my pocket. And I put it in my back pocket because I actually use that back pocket for trash. And he seemed to be satisfied with the fact that I put it in my pocket, and he, started walking away. And of course, at that point, I finished packing up the magazines, and then I went to the security and I told him what he was doing and to have him escorted off the premises because I certainly didn't appreciate him trying to touch me or, putting those things around the store, which I know they don't like because it just ends up on the floor. Now, despite the fact that that was really rude and inappropriate, I still wouldn't have named the stream something like that. Except I had to work yesterday too. And at one of my stores, like you do, I needed to use the restroom. So I go into one of the stalls, pull down my pants, sit down, and start shitting because I had to shit.
A little TMI, but still, go ahead.
Well, this gentleman decides to knock on the door, and I said occupied. And this wasn't the big stall. This is one of the little stalls. Okay. The guy reaches over the stall door, trying to hand me this pamphlet.
Oh, shit.
Another one. I said, no, thank you. He goes, it's just some reading material. As in, like, you know, because I'm sitting on the toilet and, of course, I need to read something. Not like I had my cell phone, but it wasn't like I was, you know, I'm not going to be using my cell phone while in a public toilet. I'm trying to get in and out as quickly as possible.
I got some good responses with those. I'm like, hey, I got reading material here. A good time, call this phone number. Hey, and start making up some lyrics. I got reading material here. Go away, man. I'm good.
So I said, and of course, after he says, you know, I'm just trying to give you some reading, I once again said, no, thank you. I'm kind of busy. He laughed at that and then flicked it at me. Now, he couldn't see me because the door, but he flicked it with his hand, trying to get it towards me. By happenstance, it happened to land on the back of the toilet, you know, where the tank is.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't notice it till after I'd gotten up, but I went ahead and grabbed it only because this was the second time this had happened. And again, I still probably wouldn't have named the stream that, except I found the first pamphlet when I was doing laundry. I'd left it in my pocket instead of throwing it in the trash. So when I was doing laundry, I found them both, and I was just like, you know what? I kind of want to talk about it, even though right now it looks like I got no one watching.
Why would you keep it in the first place?
What do you mean?
Why would you keep those pamphlets in the first place?
Well, when I'm working and I find trash, I put it in my back pocket, and when I'm done, I usually empty my back pocket before I leave the store to throw out all the trash. The problem is, that was all the trash I had, and they were flat, so I didn't even think about them.
Well, now, speaking of Walmart, have you seen the latest post from a congresswoman?
Yeah, probably not.
She took a picture and basically asked, why does Walmart sell sex toys? And one of her colleagues pointed out right as a comment is like, yeah, right, it's a kids section. And his comment went virtual, not hers, because everyone's going, when do kids shave? When do kids shave? What's in that picture? Sex toys, lube, and razors. There's no kids section right there.
Well, Bird commented that no one indeed is watching. I'm just looking at the little eyeball in my little thing saying it says I got 0 viewers.
I see 4. The count is so off, man. I don't know how many people are watching, whatever. Maybe 1, maybe 5, maybe 10. I don't know.
That's weird. I'm just looking at the little, you know, the StreamYard's eyeball that says that maybe they're, oh, shit. No, don't play the video.
CNA says 3 watching. I'm like, YouTube says 3 watching on me. I haven't refreshed the page, but my numbers are still off, man. They've always been off.
Okay. Well, I'm glad people are actually listening, because I wouldn't want to talk about it unless it had actually happened. We can talk about the Walmart sex toys thing in a sec, but Mrs. Vile has noticed that I seem to attract proselytizers. And
with or without the headband?
Okay, I'm confused. What do you mean by the headband?
When you have the headband off, you look like a skinhead. When you don't look like when you have it on, you look like a biker. So I'm asking, which one, on or off? You get post mostly.
Both.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was a little confused there.
I mean, hell, the guy, when I was in the toilet, the guy couldn't see me, and he still tried to give me one.
Oh.
Now, even like a couple of weeks ago, when I was at one of my stores, I was when I'm done with my stores, I usually go out to the car and I do my paperwork in the car so I can smoke.
Uh-huh.
And a guy was putting those things on windshields. And despite the fact that I asked him not to put it on there, I said, no, thank you. No, thank you. And then he looks at me and proceeds to put it on my windshield anyway, despite the fact that he's standing right next to the driver's side door and my window's down. And it's obvious he can hear me, but he just didn't seem to care. And, I seem to attract these people. I don't know what it is about me. Mrs. Vile has even noticed it. But it seems to occur primarily, in the weeks before Christmas, the weeks before Halloween, and the weeks before Easter. Of course, that's kind of obvious why it would be before those specific holidays.
Yeah.
But it's still kind of like, I don't know. Is there something about me that just attracts people trying to convert me?
That's why I asked, were you wearing a headband or not?
The hell? Oh, that was funny. Sorry. I took a sip of my coffee, and apparently a part of my muffin had fallen into the lid of the coffee.
Oh, that's good.
So now I've had the idea, and I've talked about it before, about doing like a convert an atheist stream. Now, I was thinking about doing it on the CNA, but I like the idea of the CNA being primarily kept for nerdy shit. But would anyone actually want to do a stream like that where you'd have to come on and try to convert me on a subject? Doesn't have to necessarily be religion. It could be even something as stupid as trying to convert me that ghosts exist, that Bigfoot exists, that magic unicorn pixies exist, stuff like that.
Well,
and you'd have to show you. Sorry, go ahead.
You got to realize that the panda was a mythological creature. So was the mountain gorilla before they actually Western, quote unquote, Western science, quote unquote, discovered it. It even took Jane Goodall 4 to 5 months with experienced trackers who've seen them throughout the years to find a group of gorillas. They are hard to find. That's why they were considered elusive, mythical creatures until they actually, quote unquote, discovered. So until Western science actually, quote unquote, discovers the mythical creature like the giant octopus.
You're jumping the gun because you're already trying to do it. When I'm just saying it. If you guys would want to do something like that.
Oh.
No, you wouldn't want to do that.
Well,
even though you just attempted to.
The good thing about arguing with somebody stupid is you got to try to dumb down everything, which makes you more intelligent.
But let me see if I can. I'm gonna see if I can do a poll, but I didn't pop out the chat like I've been doing. There we go. Not pause it so it doesn't do echo. And come on.
What's the poll questions? Will you try to convert me? Yes or no?
No, not start a Q&A. I want to do a poll. A non.
You do that, I'm gonna get some more coffee. Oh.
All right, there we go. Because, as I said, it's something that I thought about for a while, just to be different. And I'm going to go ahead and leave that up even after we stop talking about it. And I will say, I have not been watching Picard. I have not watched Bad Batch. I have not watched Mandalorian Instead, for reasons beyond my understanding, I started watching the CW DC shows.
You started watching Gotham Knights?
No, I stopped watching like Arrow, Flash, Supergirl, all that stuff after the Crisis on Infinite Earths event that they did.
Mm-hmm.
So I finished watching that season of Flash, watched the next season, and started watching Supergirl. And I remember Crisis on Infinite Earths being really good. They did a great job doing everything.
Except for the end where everybody had to do their Care Bear stare.
Even that was kind of... no, I didn't have an issue with that. But what happened after Crisis? Did the writers go on strike or something?
I don't know. Everybody got put on one Earth, and all of a sudden nobody talks to each other anymore. Supergirl has a huge problem. She has no backup. Wait a minute. You got your cousin. You got Barry Allen. Hello. Do you have help? They just totally forgot about that.
Yeah, other than Diggle showing up on occasions to for an episode on certain series, it was just like, oh, we've got this global crisis we got to accomplish. It has to be just the people from our town to deal with it, though, and we'll travel all across the planet to do it. It's like, no, you don't need to.
Yeah, they even recasted John Cryer. There's a new, different Lex Luthor.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, John Cryer got replaced.
Well, I didn't watch Superman yet.
Well, they haven't introduced the new Lex Luthor, but they made an announcement a couple weeks ago that they have a new Lex Luthor on Superman and Lois. I'm like, wait,
Yeah,
John Cryer was Lex Luthor. What the hell?
Because and I'm only pulling it up because he had mentioned it earlier. Jordan said that he had watched Superman and Lois and he was enjoying it. So that's why I didn't watch that one yet, because I wanted to catch up on the ones that I have at least seen before considering he said it was good. And that means I'm going to go through Supergirl, Flash, Supergirl, and Legends of Tomorrow. It is called Legends of Tomorrow, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And then I'll go back and watch Superman. But and probably Batgirl too. But again, I only watched Batgirl up until Crisis, and that was like 5 episodes in anyway. So, but I don't know. What was everyone else's opinions at the time? Because I know people started saying that it started getting bad after Arrow was canceled, and Arrow wasn't canceled. I mean, the main character sacrificed himself, which was a great end to his arc anyway. But as I said, did the writing staff just really go nuts or fall asleep at the wheel? Because it was all, like you said, Care Bear stare stuff. I mean, literally, it was like, oh, it's, the power of our love.
Yeah. Care Bear stare. What the hell? That was the stupidest part of the whole entire crossover event. Was Care Bear stare. I'm sorry.
It was fine for the Crisis, but when it's every episode of The Flash afterwards,
oh yeah,
it's like, oh, the Speed Force is dying. Oh, but Barry and Iris's love brings it back. Oh, there's new forces. They got the Time Force, and they got the other things.
Strength Force, yeah.
And it's like, oh well, there really are kids. Like, no, they're not. What the fuck is wrong with you? They're not kids. These are adults. It's like, well, we brought the forces into the world. It's like, yeah, but that doesn't mean the people being possessed by those forces are your children now. And then the fact that the squick factor of the actress playing Barry Allen's mom, who is embodying the Speed Force, calls him dad. I'm sorry, I don't want to see anyone who looks like my mom calling me dad.
Exactly.
That was just creepy, and it reminds me of like when you're on Pornhub and you're, looking for a video to watch, and suddenly it's all incest porn, and you're like, wow, no, you just killed my erection. I'm gonna not be doing that now. No comment on that one.
No, sorry, I was looking at a clip on TV.
Sorry, I'm one of those people that, I don't like being called daddy at all, or even in my videos. And all that stuff is just squicks me out. It's gross. I don't care if it's someone else's thing. Let them watch what they want, but I don't know why it's showing up for me.
You're not surprised you haven't implemented that new StreamYard feature.
It showed up when I only heard about it when it came up. What is the new StreamYard feature?
When you have your guest on, they can share the stream to their feeds. Like, for instance, if I come on, you have that feature. When I come onto your show, I got a choice to say, do I want to stream this to my Twitch, my YouTube, my channel? I can do that. So basically, StreamYard is allowing cross-streaming on YouTube, cross-platform streaming. Like they said, they weren't allowed to, but they're now allowing it. You can now cross-stream.
All right. Well, if you want to do that, go by all means.
You have to do that because you're the host.
How do I do that?
I don't know. I forgot how that works. Oh, hey, Ellie. I forgot how that works, but you're supposed to be able to, people on your panel are supposed to be able to cross-stream now. Which I hope Deej does that when he does Name That Tune tonight so we can get some more views.
Oh, and how you doing, Dandelion? Good morning, chat folk who are suffering elsewhere. And good morning, my fellow West Coasters. Yes, the West Coast is the best coast.
Yes.
All right, how do I...
That's why at 9 o'clock in the morning when you're wide awake, we're still asleep.
Let's see, I'm checking under brand, see if it's there, because that's where they seem to put a lot of the stuff. I don't see it there.
Let me go to my StreamYard and see if I can do this. Hang on, okay?
Let's try settings. Guests.
No custom layouts.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's right here. It's under settings and under guests. Guests can stream this to their own destinations. And I'm going to click yes.
Good, you found it. Stream this to your audience. Here it is. I am on streaming this to YouTube. Let's see. Oh, hang on. Let me cut and paste this real fast.
We rock the mostest. Yeah, that is absolutely correct. Every Western coast is the best coast. Because we get the best sunsets. And if you're like, oh, well, we're on the East Coast, we get the best sunrises. Fuck the sunrise. I want to still be asleep when the sun rises.
Okay, I'm sharing this on my YouTube right now. Yay, hey.
All right, cool. I have no idea if it'll actually bring anyone up to your channel, but I don't, either way.
See, look at that's me on YouTube right there commenting. So let me go to my YouTube channel and double check this real fast. Hey, I just got a pull up here. Oh, that's you, that's why.
Yep, I just got. Oh, that's funny. I got a notification for you, but I didn't get a notification for me yet that you're now streaming the CNA stream.
Yes, I am. I am streaming on my stream, so I'm now cross-streaming. New managing moderators can support your channel in even more ways. Okay, let's close this. Start Q&A poll. Hey, nice. Okay, I am now streaming on my channel as well, so hey. Now, I hope Deej does this when he does Name That Tune tonight so we can get some more viewers.
Well, a nice little feature. hopefully it's going to maintain on one of the free features, because I don't plan on continuing paying for StreamYards. And that's only because it's $25.
Damn, price went up.
Now, yeah, she posted that on your channel.
Yeah, I see that on my little YouTube icon. I can see that you talked to me.
So when you're posting it, when someone posts from your thing, it's still showing up in my StreamYard stat.
Yes, it does.
But it has a little icon of a link symbol on it, so I know that it's from your channel. So yeah, I think that's a pretty cool way of getting stuff done.
Nice. Yeah, it is a little confusing. You comment on my channel, pops up on Mike's.
And now, I want to know when I get my StreamYard report or my Streamlabs report, if the views that you're getting count towards my views.
That I am also curious about. That's an interesting question, man.
I'll know that about 30 minutes or so after I end the stream. I'll get my Streamlabs report, because Streamlabs also is up. And let's see, I forgot I should probably have one of my banners playing, because or Stream Elements. I'm sorry, not Streamlabs, but yeah, I've got that up and running in case someone wants to donate. The link should be in there. I do have like my Stream Elements bot running. So, but that's just a bot that hopefully will prevent people from posting, shit I don't want.
Yeah, your highlights are showing up on my stream. This is pretty cool. That is a good question.
Fine. I'll leave both windows up for experimentation purposes. Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, that is a damn good question. Whose views are counted? Your main ones, or do I get counted as views? That's actually a good question, man.
And Jordan, well, let's see. I put a poll up about what I was talking about, the proselytization stuff. But if you want to hear what was said, you're going to have to go back. I'm not going to go over it too much. But suffice to say, I had people trying to convert me to Christianity this week, and it's annoying. So, but let me bring up the poll. Well, so far we've got 80% no. So I'm guessing.
Arguing with the dumb person makes you smarter, because you have to think of a way to explain something. It's a good argument.
Well, that does mean at least 20% said yes.
That's true. Hey, Yvette.
And she's on your channel, from what I see.
Yeah, we're doing a little cross streaming here. New feature
On StreamYards. We're gonna see if this works.
And we're gonna see who gets the view counts and how that kind of works. So this helps me get view counts. Hey, why not?
Well, what I could do, if no one seems to be really interested in me doing on the Vilemike channel, I could create a third channel and name it something similar to Vilemike and do it on that channel. Because, this one was primarily made to promote the eBay store. And I do have a little bit of good news regarding Vile reviews, but I have to keep it under wraps. Something that's going to be happening in the near future, probably by the summer.
Okay.
So, and and hopefully, since I ended up not buying a house, mostly because on the auction that things were going on, one of the properties I was looking at someone decided to opening bid 3 times the price of the house.
Why?
I don't know. Probably because they wanted to make sure they got it. And on the other one, it was just, that was kind of the secondary one that I wanted. It was a good price. It was within my loan amount, but it was kind of far from where I work primarily. And it would have been a pain in the ass to try to do my job and live in that location. Plus, it meant if Mrs. Vile ever tried to move in and she still wanted to work down in TJ where she works, it would have been a 40-minute drive for her to just get to the border.
Whoa, that's some faster taking the trolley.
So, well, there is no trolley in that area.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Yeah, so no trolley in that area of San Diego. You got black rocked?
Huh? What does that mean, Jordan?
Yeah, I need context, Jordan. But what was I going to say? So that means one of the things I can tell you is that means I'll be buying the laptop fairly soon now.
Yay.
Although I am admitting that I am donating some money to the Vile kids soon because their New York trip, which has been pinned on my Twitter for like the last year, is finally happening in a couple of weeks. And that means that, each girl got the $900. Oh, BlackRock is buying up property for 3 to 5 times what it's worth. I don't think this was BlackRock, but I have no idea who actually made the bid because it's all anonymous. But yeah, I was kind of pissed because the property was the cheaper of the 2 properties I was looking at. So
you said your kids got a trip for $900 to New York? How the hell did they find such a cheap trip?
It's a school trip.
Oh.
The whole point of it is they're in a special school. It's a performing arts school. And the trip is to go and see plays on Broadway and stuff. So I'm going to give them each $100 in spending money. And I can say that on the stream only because I know they don't watch the streams.
I was looking at New York because I wanted to basically go to New York, do a little Liberty tour, hang out with the Orville Nation, stop by Queens for a couple hours, hang out with Joe. But I'm looking at $1,200 to $1,500 for New York. I'm like, how the hell do they get so cheap trick? I'm like, wow.
Well, this was this was $900 for each girl. We've been planning. It's been a plan. We've been saving up the money for over a year. Their mom paid the lion's share of the amount, and by that I mean like $800 of the $900 came from their mom. I only paid $100, which is one of the reasons I want to give them some spending money while they're out there. And,
yeah, I wanted to see Les Mis on Broadway.
But the $900 includes hotel, 2 shows on Broadway, and plane tickets.
Damn.
And a bunch of people from their school are all going at the same time.
What are they going to go? What are they going to see?
I know they told me, but that was kind of in one ear and out the other because I'm not a Broadway fan.
Oh. Yeah, I've always wanted to see Les Mis on Broadway.
And Daniel says, my grad trip was to New York. We saw a chorus line.
Tits and ass. Yeah, I remember chorus line as a kid.
And Daniel is saying, I should buy shares in BlackRock if that's what they're doing. And I said, I don't know if they were the ones who did it. But, I mean, if a house is, if the opening bid for an auctioned house is $250,000, why the hell would you bid $750,000 on it when it's appraised for only like 4,000 or 400,000. Granted, 400,000 is not a lot in San Diego, but still, who the hell bids nearly twice what a house is appraised for?
Oh, lucky.
The closest to seeing Les Mis I've seen is when the Vile Child forced me to watch Hugh Jackman sing.
That was a great production movie because everything that when usually they have voiceovers when they're doing workouts and action scenes. Les Mis, there was no voiceover whatsoever in that movie. Every single action scene, that was them singing with their own voice. That's what was so great about that production.
What, the one that Hugh Jackman did?
Yes. Normally you see voiceovers. No. Every time you see somebody singing and doing physical work, they're actually singing. That was so great about the production of the movie.
Yeah, it's like, it doesn't make good fiscal sense to pay more than you absolutely have to for a house unless you're laundering money. It might have been something like that too. Who knows? I don't know.
The hardest scene that he said he had to do was the opening sequence with the boat and the labor scene. Yeah, he said that was the hardest one because he had to try to sing and going through the water at the same time.
Well, either way, I'm not a big fan of it, and I'm not a big, ever since it was discovered that both my oldest daughter and my girlfriend have huge crushes on Hugh Jackman, I kind of stopped liking Hugh Jackman. I mean, yeah, it.
What about Russell Crowe's performance?
No. I don't think Russell Crowe can sing.
Yes, he can. He started in musical theater. He has his own band called IGP, Indoor Garden Party.
Doesn't mean that I like his singing.
Oh, okay.
And Daniel says, I actually enjoyed the live version of Mamma Mia. The movie was terrible.
Yeah, the movie sucked, even part 2. I couldn't get through part 2.
I can honestly say I've never seen the live version or the movie, despite the fact that Mrs. Vile tried to get me to see the movie at one point.
Don't even bother seeing part 2, okay?
I have no intention.
Yeah, part 2 is basically more campier. They try to make it campier. No.
Okay, you have to understand. I'm the type of person where one of my favorite musicals is Repo the Genetic Opera, which features tits, blood, and gore.
I am so glad you didn't say Cats.
No. I have never seen Cats, the film, or the play.
If you go see Cats, you want to see the theater production because they decorate the entire theater like an alley. That's the only way to see Cats.
I'll take your word for it. I have no interest in seeing it.
And by the way, the movie Rent was better than the stage production, but the stage production musical was better than the movie.
Although I do know I've seen that hashtag before, Dandelion. Hashtag release the butthole cut.
What do you guys talk about? Short bus?
No, apparently, or do you not know the story?
No, I don't. And tell me because tell me afterwards after Jaloja.
All right, I'll tell you in a little bit.
I've been holding her for a few minutes. Sorry. Let me add my avatar. Okay, I'll be back in a few minutes.
And of course, Dandelion, if you want to come up, you're free to come up. Link is pinned on my channel. Or no, I think I got to get rid of the poll to do that, don't I? So I'll go ahead and get rid of the poll. And that should bring up the link in case you want to come up. Looks like 75% said no. So I won't do it on this channel. If I do it, I'll make a new channel. But Yvette, I'm sure you're still listening. If you want to come up, by all means. All right, we have the Otter one here.
Hello. Good morning. I don't know if there's anyone else actually watching or not. I mean, I'm sure there's people, but
I
everyone's very, very quiet in the.
I don't know. It still says I got 0 people watching according to.
Mine says 7 are watching.
Mm.
And let's check. And on Eli, who's 3 are watching. Oh, it looks like Yvette showed up.
Yes, she said something in the chat earlier.
Yeah, but she's in Eli, who's chat.
Yeah, I saw that.
She's probably wondering why nobody responded to her.
But yeah, so how are you doing?
I'm okay. Actually, I had like a weird back spasm thing earlier this week, and it took all week to improve to the point where it was tolerable. So I had a bit of an off week, but I'm feeling much better now. I went for a nice long hike yesterday.
I'm feeling much better now.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't even smoke any weed, which is probably my mistake. But I couldn't be bothered. Well, I can't smoke in the house, right? So I had to go out for a walk, which I don't always feel like doing. And at this time of year, the coyotes are always really, noisy.
That's when you make noise when you take a little walk. Every 50 feet or so, you bang a pot or clap your hands.
No, because it's yeah, sorry, Yvette, you're actually posting in Elihu's chat, just so you know. I know you're just listening. That's awesome. But Elihu did a restream of
it's a cross stream. It's a new
cross stream
for StreamYards.
Yeah. And so your comments are going amiss because only people in Elihu's chat can see them, which consists of me and Elihu.
Well, no, I can see them when she posts, and that's why I can bring them up on my stream.
Yes.
But it does not pop up on your chat, just my chat.
Yes. So Gorillas and everyone in Mike's chat is not seeing your delightful comments. But I hope your cooking is going well.
Hey, if she's watching, I'm happy. I don't really care if I need to get all the views.
No, LDG, you are not on the right channel.
Well, you're not on the wrong channel, but you're on the second channel that's streaming this stream.
Yes.
So complicated.
And of course, Dandelion, if you choose to cross stream as well, I'm not going to complain.
I wouldn't even know where to begin.
And by the way, Yvette,
I've never streamed, so.
Yvette, I made you a moderator. I forgot. I don't know how I didn't do that. You are a moderator on my channel, by the way, Yvette. I don't know how you did not have a blue wrench on my channel. Sorry, I just realized that.
Let me have a look. Do I have a blue chip? Okay, I am at mod. Just curious.
I made sure. I'm double checking.
And I'm pretty sure you're a mod here too.
Wait a minute.
Yes, I am. I know I am here. I didn't know if I was on Elihu's channel.
I just made her a managing moderator, and there's no blue check mark on when she just typed in, oh, that's weird.
Maybe she has to add a comment somewhere.
Well, she went to, now she's on mine.
All right, lovely.
And she's saying thanks, Elihu.
Okay. Yeah, whatever. So I clicked the button, said managing moderator, whatever. So hey, I'm sorry.
Nice. I guess I should go and do things.
Well, I was going to comment about your little back spasm thing, only because I can't remember when I saw it, but when you're scrolling through YouTube Shorts, there's this guy that does these bits where he's talking about millennials, Gen Xers, boomers, all that kind of stuff.
Sure.
And, kind of makes fun of them.
Yep.
And at one point, one of the ones he has is a millennial who sneezes and throws his back out.
Yeah. Well, this isn't a new thing. This happens periodically ever since I was in my 20s. So it's not like, I'm old now and I get, back thingies. It's just every now and again, if I haven't been doing enough exercises, which I had not, then sometimes I get a spasm in my back and it bugs me for a few days.
Well, to continue the story, you know, he's being made fun of because millennials are getting older by the older generations. You know, about that happens now when you sneeze, you sometimes throw your back out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was reminded of that video earlier this week when I was sitting in the car doing my paperwork and I sneezed and my back started hurting.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh fuck, now I'm getting older too.
Yeah.
I'm not even 40 yet.
You need to do more exercises. Well, I'm 52.
Oh, I definitely do.
I'm 52, so you know. But again, like I said, most of the like weird pain things that I get were actually worse when I was younger than they are now, because I've like learned that if I do, you know, these exercises regularly, then this doesn't happen. And if I run regularly, my knees don't bother me, and all the stuff that, you know, when you're kind of told like, oh, don't, if something's hurting, don't use it. Right? When in fact, your best thing to do is strengthen the muscles in that area, and then the pain goes away, because pain is usually, it's protective, right? It's your body telling you that if you do whatever you're doing, you could get injured. So if you strengthen it, you're less likely to injure that area. So then you don't get the weird spasms.
I wish that can happen for me, but I can't because my calf muscles and my ankles are atrophied. So I can't straighten it up. That is not helpful.
Right. No, I mean, obviously there's like, I'm only speaking for my own personal self. I mean, obviously everybody's experiences are different and everybody's body is different, but generally speaking, it seems that, you know, strengthening areas does actually help prevent damage. Well, I really hate coming on streams in the morning. My voice is so scritchy.
One of my health issues, if you want to call it that, is I have poor nerve conductivity.
Right. Or nerve conductivity? Yeah, you
nerve.
Do. Oh.
So I don't find pain necessarily painful. I find pain annoying.
Yes, it is annoying.
I live with pain all my life. Yeah, it is annoying.
But it's like, I broke a bone a couple of weeks, like last year or the year before. And of course I did absolutely nothing to fix it other than, you know, keep walking. And the bone I broke was in my foot.
Just keep walking. Just keep
walking. Well, my insurance was like, oh, we'll cover painkillers, but we won't cover the fucking cast.
Oh shit!
Because it was in my foot, they didn't want to put an actual cast on. They wanted me to buy this freaking boot thing.
Oh,
yeah.
And because it was a boot, the insurance wouldn't cover it. And I'm just like, I'm not going to spend $500 on a boot I'm going to wear for 4 months.
Yeah.
So I didn't even take the painkillers. And they were the good ones too.
Did you take the painkillers and sell them to someone else?
No.
Because that's what most people do when they get prescribed painkillers they don't want to use. Not that
I just tell the doctor I don't want them.
Yeah. I mean, I gave them to my roommates or something. But
my doctor knows not to give me pills because of shellac.
Well, the thing is, my doctors know I have a severe tolerancy to painkillers, so they tend to give me really strong painkillers.
Right.
And even then, they barely affect me to the point where I still feel the pain. It's just slightly less annoying.
Well, painkillers are kind of useless, really. They don't really do what they're supposed to do.
Yeah, it's a block. No. It doesn't stop it. It just blocks the pain receptors.
Yeah.
But not always.
Yeah.
Yeah. Organic chemist, Elihu, I know how freaking painkillers work.
Or don't, for the most part. I know. Yeah. I don't bother much with painkillers either. I mean, I don't mind. Sometimes I'll take like a muscle relaxant or something just so I can sleep it off, but that's about it.
The last time I had a pain pill was an Advil, and I had a major reaction when I was in Alaska.
Oh, really? You can't take Advil?
You didn't see that?
Dude, I have like a life. I can't watch your entire holiday. Sorry, friend. No, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Well-
I slipped on black ice crossing the road trying to get stuck okay. So the dispensary was closed. I couldn't get any CBD for pain. So I'm taking the Advil. And about an hour later, my hands were all red, itchy. I was breaking out. I couldn't even wear gloves.
What is it you were allergic to with Advil?
Shellac.
Oh, the shellac.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Gotcha. The coating on it. I think you can get ones that are in like gel caps. Can you take those?
Nope, because there's so shellac in the gel cap.
Oh, is there? Oh, all right. Right.
Wow.
It's unfortunate.
I mean, I could take the powdered aspirin, the powdered aspirin they had sell in Mexico. I could take that stuff.
Right. Well, I was going to
Yeah,
say aspirin doesn't have a coating. You can get aspirin that's uncoated.
yeah. A lot of
Shellac-
aspirins don't have it.
Actually, aspirin does because shellac is what makes it a pill. It's a binding material. So it
Oh,
makes
so
it
they
solid.
actually have it mixed in.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
That's Mr. Londell. He's a binder. He's a pill binder. He knows how pills are binded together.
Cool.
Okay. There's got to be something else that you could take then.
Well, I guess you could take the liquid forms.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But I
So
do
here's a
know
good-
from experience that even though painkillers don't necessarily have a huge effect on me, I do know that with a decent amount of Vicodin and Jamaican rum, I get drunk very fast.
I'm a lightweight, okay? 3 drinks. I'm drunk off my ass doing a YMCA in front of the YMCA. I'm a lightweight.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's okay.
I
I'm a
remember
lightweight too.
somehow being completely plastered off of taking Vicodin and drinking a boatload of Jamaican rum, that even though I was underage, with my underage friends, we went to the 7-Eleven closest to where we were at to buy more booze. And despite the fact that we were all drunk and underage, they didn't bother carding us. And I think it was
Yeah.
because we were already drunk.
Maybe. Or maybe the person running the liquor store just didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Well, the 7-Eleven, usually they care.
Oh, 7-Eleven. Okay, yeah. Well, I don't know. We don't sell liquor in 7-Elevens in anywhere other than Quebec, so.
I remember the day
Oh.
before my 21st birthday, I got carded. I went to a different store on my 21st birthday. I didn't get carded. Went to a different store at my 21st birthday. I got carded. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, I don't know. We have like weird, like most provinces don't have like there used to be like liquor control boards, and they would run their own stores, and most of them didn't want to relinquish that because it was like a huge moneymaker for each province. But a lot of them have like privatized sales now, but they're still not in convenience stores except for Quebec. I don't know if there's any other provinces, but none of the other ones I've lived in sell liquor in just like corner stores. You got to go to like a liquor store, and I think there's a few grocery stores that can sell liquor now. But yeah, liquor sales are fairly regulated in Canada.
Yeah, Alaska was hard to buy liquor. I had to go to a Safeway, remember?
That's right. All right, I'm going to be pouring tea, so the sound you're hearing is not pee. It's pre-pee.
Her teapot is urinating into a cup. Gotcha.
Yeah. It's the before form of pee.
Gotcha.
Dang it. I gotta save the sound effect.
A pee pouring?
No, I was gonna try to do a flush sound, but because the first link was on YouTube, it had to play an ad first.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
So
that
I
is
have to
exactly.
save it. I gotta save it to my StreamYards.
You know, it costs less than $10 a month to get like premium YouTube, and then you don't get ads.
Did you also know that if
Well,
you
I plan on. I got rid of Hulu, so I plan on getting YouTube Premium just to get rid of ads.
Yeah, that's the only reason I do it. I don't really care one way or the other for YouTube Premium. I mean, it's got some other stuff going on, but I just don't want ads, and I'm willing to pay like whatever it is in Canadian monies. I think it's still under $10 a month.
I have ad blocker. I never see an ad on YouTube.
Well, aren't you special?
I don't see any advertisings on Twitter either.
Yeah, I don't use Twitter, so well, I mean, I have a Twitter account. I check Twitter DMs, but there's usually no ads in my Twitter DMs.
The only time I see an ad on Twitter is if I use it on my phone.
Yeah,
I have an ad block on there.
all week, the only thing I did on Twitter was post this stream. I didn't visit Twitter all week except for that.
We ain't missing much.
Yeah, I just find there's so much toxic crap on there. It just stresses me out to like go and check it, so I just don't bother.
Yeah, all basically my feed on Twitter is basically people complaining about the quote unquote member berries in Barcard, but they're forgetting about the member berries that happen in TOS.
Okay.
That's what my Twitter feed's been about.
I don't even know what that is.
Member berries basically inserting a cast member or a product from a previous incarnation of the show.
Oh,
like in Picard, they have
the whole thing about it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't care. So, all right.
Yeah. In South Park's joke about it, it was a bunch of grapes that could talk, and they kept bringing up Star Wars references.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, as the show progressed, the talking grapes, they were talking about Star Wars references, started talking about like how black people should be treated really badly. Like, remember Han Solo and the Millennium Falcon? Remember when black people had to use different fountains?
Oh, okay.
And it was started showing how, nostalgia for the quote-unquote good old days necessarily wasn't all the good old days.
Yeah, it wasn't good for everybody.
Yeah.
And the reason we're not in those days now is because it wasn't good. Things progress.
I do remember having a conversation with somebody who was, one of the Make America Great Again.
Oh, no.
Oh, that plan failed because if he wanted to make America great again, why didn't he do it when he was in office?
No, yeah. I'm not gonna go that far, but it was just about the whole, when was America great again? And literally the guy goes like, it was great when it was founded. I'm like, oh yeah, when black people were considered slaves, right? And he goes, well, other than that, it was great.
Oh boy.
I'm like, oh yeah, and only white landowners could vote. Well, not okay. Maybe it wasn't great that great back then.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so when was it great? And every time he would point to something, I'd be like, how bad it was in certain ways.
Well, I mean, also like hygiene, even if you don't want to look at like giant social discrepancies, it's like, well, you were considered evil if you took a bath more than like once a year.
Once a week.
Or year.
It's usually like once a week.
Yeah, I do. I actually have an older book from like I want to say the 1800s, where it's like a bunch of newspaper clippings of 1800s stuff, but they were reprinted in a book.
Right.
And one of them was how the youth today are so disgusting because they insist on taking baths every week, washing off God's dirt, making them more susceptible to the devil.
Oh,
yeah.
And I'm just like,
wait, what?
Really?
Yeah. There's some crazy out there, that's for sure.
And Jordan is showing how I accept everybody on this channel, even those with mental retardation.
That's kind of you.
Because I'm that awesome.
Because everything is awesome.
That was a very inappropriate joke because it was both making fun of the mentally ill as well as Jordan, which goes to show that I don't care about being PC either. And hopefully Jordan accepts the fact that it was a joke.
And hopefully YouTube knows that this is, in case you get a strike for that, this is your channel, not mine. I'm only cross-streaming.
Oh, dear. Wah, wah.
Yeah,
that is another question. If somebody's cross-streaming and something offensive is said on the mainstream, does the cross-streamer get offended as well? get a strike as well, or do they get a free pass? That's another question to ask.
That would probably be something up to YouTube. I don't think StreamYards would. StreamYards is just enabling
YouTube.
it. They're
Well,
not.
I mean YouTube. Will YouTube strike every person's cross-streaming or just the main channel?
And Mrs. Vile's in the house, so everybody has to drop everything to say hi to Mrs. Vile.
Buenos dias.
Hola,
Mrs. Vile.
Hola, Mr. Cardenas.
Is that enough? Did we say hello enough?
Hello.
Well, I don't see anyone in the chat saying hello. So come on, people.
Well, maybe they're just like watching and they're not like right there.
I'm just missing.
Okay.
Well, maybe they're like drugging their mom and listening in the background. Come on.
I wanted to go down to see her this weekend, but between work and other stuff, I just couldn't make it this weekend.
Stupid life, getting in the way of life.
So, in fact, after this stream, I'm actually going to go back to work, so I can try to take Friday off, so I can take her to the airport because she's going out of town for a week.
Is she going somewhere exciting, like on a vacation?
I believe she's going down to Guadalajara to visit family.
That's nice. I mean, unless she doesn't like her family. Otherwise, that's nice.
And it's okay, Yvette. I'm sure if she's still in the chat, she'll tell us where exactly she's going and why, because she knows I'm a forgetful bastard.
I know where she's going and why. Crazy because of you.
Oh, yes.
But
very funny joke. Honestly, I am so forgetful. You know what I did yesterday when I was working? I went to the wrong fucking store to work. I literally did 2 hours of work I am not going to get paid for because I went to the wrong store.
Oh, man.
That is forgetful.
Boomer.
That's almost as bad as the day that I forgot about the freaking live stream and I went to work. She's reminding me it's 2 weeks she'll be gone, and she's going to Guadalajara and Riviera de.
LDG, you have to go to Mike's stream and leave Elihu's stream, and the link is at the top of the chat.
You know, I'm going to put that link for this StreamYard in my chat. Hang on a second. I'm going to do that.
I think Pickles still didn't realize that he was in the wrong chat.
Yeah, I'm
confused Pickles.
Well, to be fair, even I haven't got the notification for my own stream yet, but I got the notification for Elihu's stream.
Okay, wow. The StreamYard link is pinned on my YouTube channel now.
God damn it, this is why I said in the chat, am I in the right room? I wasn't
Well,
kidding.
we told you no,
I was
you're
actually
not.
at. Oh, did you?
Yes.
We responded verbally.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I'd already mentioned several times to Yvette in the other chat that it was not the correct. Well, it's not the wrong stream. It's just a restream of this stream.
Yeah, it's a cross stream.
Yeah, StreamYard has a new feature which allows the guests to cross stream on their own YouTube/Twitch channels.
So if you want, so LDG, if you want to cross stream this stream, you can.
Look at the top right button on your StreamYard channel.
Oh, stream this to your audience. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well, see, I'm not logged into StreamYards right now. That's why. I don't have that option because I'm not actually logged in. And I don't remember my login, so.
And LDG, since you're here, we had 2 questions about this. The cross-streaming thing. One.
Yep.
Who is going to get the views from YouTube? The main host or the cross-streamer? Question 2. If something offensive happens, does YouTube strike the main person or everybody who's cross-streaming on that channel?
Whoever they see first.
But what if everybody's cross-streaming?
The StreamYard feature of simulcasting has nothing to do with YouTube.
No,
YouTube sees it as 2 different live streams. So
could log
the
in
same content.
And I could stream this on Chris's channel because
Oh,
he
yes.
gave me
Yeah.
access to his channel.
Don't stream to Chris's channel without his permission, please.
Hey, if she gave him, if he gave her access, administrative
Yeah.
access, that's permission.
I'm
In my book.
I'm asking her not to, only because
I don't give you
Chris
the
is a friend
keys
of
to
the
my
channel, and
car if I don't want you to
take
drive.
advantage.
Yeah, but it's not about you. You always think everything's about you.
I
Bible.
will ask Chris next week for next
Okay.
week if he'll let me do that. Not that I mean I'd have to sign in and all kinds of things, which I don't really want to do right now because I have to like get up and put clothes on and go for a walk. So
You know, I would go
Ew.
ahead. I would click that. I would click the button and stream to my channel, but I don't think I don't want to. I don't want to freak you out when you get like 50 people coming in here.
Oh yeah, like I'd freak out over 50 people watching a stream, considering I haven't had 50 people watch one of my streams in like a year.
Ever. No.
No, the last Star Wars Jeopardy had like 70 something people watching at one point. It's
Nice.
the highest stream I've ever had was the second annual one. Which
I remember that one. That's when I was testing Prometheus. Yeah, remember that one.
I gotta do that again. If I'm only doing one Jeopardy stream this year, it has to be the Star Wars one.
The highest
Because-
live stream I had was my live Ingenuity landing from Mars. I had like about 1,500 people watching.
cool.
Now, if you really want, I told you I would send you a computer, but you gave me all these excuses how that wouldn't be valid because you need to be in your garage or whatever the hell it is. I
need a laptop.
Yeah, you need a mobile thing, but only because you want to smoke. Because you
Well,
can't
it's the
smoke in your
CNA
house,
stream.
so I can't stream from my house. What?
Seems
Hell,
legit.
even my avatar right there shows I've got my cigar in my mouth in that avatar. image.
And he's indoors.
No, I'm outdoors.
Oh, wait, you're at a patio.
Oh.
Sorry.
That was taken at the beach in Tijuana with Mrs. Vile. And I'm drinking a coffee beverage too. It just doesn't have alcohol in it.
That's sad.
Okay, I'll keep my doctor.
Oh, and actually, to go back a little bit, because Elihu was saying if I was wearing my bandana or not, because without a bandana, I apparently look like a skinhead, and with a bandana, he said I look like a biker.
Yeah, you got two different visual personalities. That's why I asked, with or without the bandana.
One of the
Mm.
funniest moments that has ever occurred with me wearing one of my bandanas was I was at McDonald's, and there was this cute little girl, I'd say like 4 or 5 years old, eating a Happy Meal with her grandmother. At least I assume it was with her grandmother. Well, actually, no, it was her grandmother, because she tugged on her grandmother's sleeve and goes, "Grandma, Grandma," and she goes, "What, honey?" "I think he's a pirate," and she turns and points at me.
Nice. That's the best
Well,
ever.
And I'm on my laptop working. I can't remember. I was either working on a video or posting stuff to the store. And I just looked over at her and I went, "Arr!" And she smiled and laughed. It was funny.
Nice. That's adorable.
Did you know technically any crime you commit on water, you're a pirate?
That's
Say that
very,
again?
very technically, I think.
Yeah, technically any crime you commit on water, you're a pirate. Pirate does not mean stealing something. It means committing crime on water.
Does that mean committing a crime in the rain?
Yes, absolutely.
Because you're on water.
So if I decide to snort cocaine while in the pool, I'm a pirate?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah. You're on water
Just wanted to
committing a
confirm.
crime. You're on water
Although-
committing a crime.
Although, as I've said, I will never do cocaine ever again. I tried it once as a teenager, never again.
Yeah.
I've never tried that.
I tried it once every day for 2 years. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
You try it. Yeah. Okay, you actually said something funny, LBG. That was nice.
Okay.
I've heard the joke before, but you caught me off guard with it, so I'm giving you.
I actually make a funny.
Yeah, you actually did for once.
Good job.
And the
Well, you know
one
that
funny-
deserves this. Pelosi clap.
Is your background something only dogs can see, Elihu?
No, my background is an optical illusion. The center is not moving. It's only your eyes. I think it's moving.
Oh, it doesn't look like it's moving to me, but
Yeah,
sure.
it doesn't look like it's moving to me either.
When you put it on full screen, it will.
No, I can
Oh,
see
hold
how
on.
one might
Okay.
think it looked like it was moving, but it also doesn't look like it's moving because
Well,
nothing moves in reference to anything else, so it just sort of looks like. If you look in the middle of it, I guess it looks
Oh
like.
yeah, if
Yeah,
it's
if you look in the
you have
middle
to.
of
Well, no, you all you have to do is move your eye from one circle to another circle, and that creates the moving effect.
Ah, delightful.
eh,
You have to keep moving your eye around it, and
I've seen better optical illusions.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
generic one I have.
But it's still fun.
like this one, kinda. This screwed up a couple people if you stare at it enough.
No, that one's gonna make me have see weird shit when I look away from it.
You know what is also
Believe,
some
like-
weird shit to look at? His face.
You're lucky I got rid of my middle finger avatar.
What?
Oh wait, I forgot.
Oh, dude. Sorry, guys. Dude, I'm looking at prices, and it looks like the first or second week of next month will be a cheap way to get to Orlando.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for you to get over here, buddy. I
Yeah.
think even Tucker might join us, and all three of us will go to Disney.
Who?
Tucker, BBC, Tucker, Jason,
Tuckerverse?
Tucker.
Jason Lee
Oh,
Tucker?
yeah. I'm sorry.
Tuckerverse?
Jason, yeah, Jason Lee. Yeah. Because you said you got 4 people on that card, right?
3.
3 people. Yeah. Yeah.
You, me, and him.
Yeah, that sounds good because.
If I ever come to visit, will you promise to not take me to Disney?
Absolutely.
Thank you, because that would be way more interesting to me. to
Unless
not-
Disney is my bedroom, then we're going to Disney.
basically,
Well, it is a small world after all.
Oh Jesus! I don't know why I come
One
here.
might be a small world, but it's going to be one large organ. Okay, never mind.
There's only 2 things I want to go when I go down to Orlando: Disney World and Cape Canaveral.
Cape Canaveral's kind of. I mean, it's okay. It's a little overrated, but mainly because the advertising. But
I've been to Disney before. It wasn't that exciting. In fact, it
I
was
mean, if you're talking about,
exciting.
yeah, are you talking about Kennedy Space Center?
Yes, I can get a $60 tour with a Q&A with an astronaut.
Yeah, I did the whole tour. I did the whole space camp thing. They put us in all those little things that they use for the training the astronauts, and I got to drive a Land Rover.
Oh,
That was
nice.
cool.
Did you get a gyro? Did you get a gyro?
They put us in the gyro, but it
lucky!
it was the beginner gyro. It wasn't the big it wasn't like the the motor gyro. It was like a seesaw gyro. No, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't powered by I wasn't going 90 miles per hour or anything like that. But there was it was kind of a cool, because we had to throw a ball back and forth while we were spinning, and and it was pretty fun. Oh, and then they gave us the negative G suit, where we're on these. They strap us up, and we're on rubber bands, and we're jumping high and stuff.
Yeah, I was
That
looking at
sounds
some online.
somewhat fun.
I was looking at some online tours, and 60, 80
That's
bucks.
pretty cool.
I can get an 8-hour tour with a Q&A with an astronaut. I'm like, hey, cool.
Well, I know if I were to go to Disney World, I've been to Disneyland many times, but I've never been to Disney World. I'd only want to go to get all the pressed pennies because I collect those.
Oh, I was looking at the map of Disney World, and the best way to go is go straight to Star Wars.
Aren't they closing Star Wars too?
No, Star Wars and Tron are supposed to be the hot attractions next week when Tron opens up. So basically, people are going to be transporting more to Tron than to Star Wars land. So Tron's going to be a big attraction. I'm going to go to Star Wars, then to the Wild Adventure, then to Tron. Because by the time I get to Tron in the afternoon, the line should be down.
I'll take your word for it. As I said, I've never been there, but I heard that Galaxy's Edge was closing. So
Isn't it just the hotel thingy that's closing? Oh no,
I-
it's the Star Trek hotel.
Not the ride.
No, it was Galaxy's Edge, and I don't know if that's the hotel or whatnot. I thought it was the whole thing.
No, the whole section is one of the money makers. That's the most popular section because if you see the picture I put on Twitter,
No,
I was
I told you I haven't been going to Twitter.
let me pull it up for you.
I don't look at posts on Twitter.
Yeah, I'll pull it
I
up
just
for
get
you here in a
stressed out
second.
and annoyed.
Yeah, I found a picture of because doing some research about how to best way to get to Disneyland, how to do the rides and stuff, where the smoking section is, and I pulled up an image of people queuing up as soon as the what's called rope dropping. Yeah, people rope drop to Star Wars, and this is a picture somebody took at the back of the line at the entrance.
That's the other reason I don't like going to those places. I don't do lines. Unless there's a sack of cash waiting for me at the front of the line, I'm not lining up.
So yeah, that's why I would just go to collect the pennies because I don't care about the rides.
This
Yeah.
is
I'm not standing in line.
this is opening to Star Wars Disney World. That's the queue to get in there.
Yeah, no. That's a
I'm
nope
like,
for me.
Wow. Yeah.
That's a nope from me.
Everyone's trying to get to the Rise of Resistance.
Well, I know you're lying, Elihu, because that's obviously an inauguration photo.
Damn.
Sorry.
But isn't that by It's a Small World?
No, that's for the Rise of Resistance.
Oh, no, wait.
That wall, that's the tunnel that goes to the Rise of Resistance.
Hey, Pickles, is the tiki room still there? Make sure Eli who goes to
think
the
it might
tiki
be.
room by himself.
It's
Don't
been a
go
long time.
What is
You should go to the tiki room, Elihu.
What is
Yeah.
why? What is
Isn't- that's the room with all the birds, right?
Yes, they sing
Yeah.
really bad Disney
Yeah.
songs. Oh my god,
Yeah.
it was so bad. I went there with my sister and I. We thought it would be fun, and it was like the whole time we just couldn't wait to get out of there.
Oh, you know what we got to do?
Tiki
We
room.
got to get one of the caricatures of all three of us. If all three of us go, we got to get a caricature of us.
Well, it'll
together.
be a while before I ever get there because I have to do a bunch.
I'm
of
talking.
paperwork.
Yeah,
Oh, you mean
Elihu
talk-
and yeah, when they
Jason.
come. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
No, because they're actually Elihu's supposed to be actually coming to see me. So like this
Yeah,
this is news. We're gonna do a stream. We're gonna record.
All right.
We're gonna do the whole
Yeah,
9
because
yards.
I'm right now trying
Sorry,
to find.
if I want to see LDG with a big head and a small body, I would just make him solo on my StreamYard.
No, the only problem I'm having is airfare. I can get a cheap hotel within 2 blocks from the entrance of Disney World. No problem. The only problem I'm having to find is cheap airfare.
Yes, airfare is not cheap right now.
Yeah, because I can get an average of $30 to $60 a night anywhere within 2 blocks of Disney World main gate. That's no problem. I got discount codes.
Oh, and we're good, by the way. So the Silver Pass, which I'm surprised when Father passed away, it actually reverted to Mother, so we can still use it.
Nice.
Gives us free parking, so there's $20 we don't have to spend.
Dude, I was gonna say if I get a hotel, I can include your car to park at the hotel for free.
That works.
Yeah, that's why I'm like.
Yeah, and it gives us discount
discount.
off food. Yeah, it's supposed to
Okay.
give us discounts and the whole 9 yards. So
Wait, I can save
you know.
$110.
You're buying me a
not-
couple drinks. You do know that, right?
Wait, I can save $110 and not buy the Genie Pass then?
I don't think you need to. I think the Silver Pass you get for working over 20 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like
Well, that's
there's only like
$100
one
saved.
card above that one.
That's $100 off my budget. Thank you.
No, that's what I'm saying. You're buying me a couple drinks. You do know that,
Oh.
right?
Yes, I know that. But if I don't have
Okay.
to buy a Genie Plus, that's $110 off my budget.
I mean, I'm saving you what, like $120 just off
Yeah.
the hopper, just off the hopper ticket alone. I mean, and by the way, they are hoppers, so we can go anywhere. It's not one we can start it. Usually, I like to start at MGM and work my way up.
Okay. What is
MGM
a
has
cheap-
the fastest
hold on.
parking.
What is a cheap flight for you, Elihu?
A cheap flight round trip is about $600. That's,
Okay,
that's from that's East Coast to West Coast.
I just literally typed it in to my search engines, and looks like from San Diego, if I were to get something tomorrow, it would cost me About between 150 and 250 bucks round trip.
Okay, are you looking at Frontier, Delta, United? Because you have to buy a ticket and pay for the seat. And Frontier, you pay for luggage, which is
I
an
don't know,
average of $60 to $130.
One, how much luggage do you need?
One bag. They charge 30 to 60 bucks.
Do you know
per
how
bag.
big Uranus is? Okay, he needs a lot of luggage. Sorry, I'm trying.
Sorry, whenever I've traveled, I've only needed one bag. I just bring my computer bag and I put in an extra change of underwear, socks, undershirt, overshirt, and pants into the computer bag, and that's all I need. If I need to change
beginning to
more,
see
if I need to
why-
change more often,
I'm beginning
buy
to see why
clothes.
Mrs. Vile is going to be traveling away without you.
Dude, I have been traveling and I know about these little tricks and trades, okay?
Mrs. Vile spends weeks preparing to pack. I pack the night before and I am fine.
Yeah, I packed the night before too, but I take more than like one change of undies.
Yeah.
No, because I wear an additional set of clothes as well.
Hmm.
So that way I wear 2 sets of clothes and then I got one spare change. And then when I get to the hotel, I take off one of the sets of clothes. That way I've got another set of clothes.
I really can't do that. I can't tolerate being that warm. I just can't handle
I
it.
don't get hot.
Oh,
I've
that's
got
nice.
sensitivity.
No, yeah, nope. I would be so warm. It would not be good.
Yeah, I had to basically go into the bathroom when I left Alaska and I had my transfer in Seattle for an hour. I had to go in the bathroom, remove all my warm clothing because I was sweating when I got to the airport.
I bet.
Damn.
Too hot. Can't
You know
handle
what's
it.
fun?
I hate
You know
it.
what's fun though, Dandelion, if you do it my way? Instead of taking off my belt to put it on through the metal detector,
Yeah.
what I do is I just take my pants off because I'm wearing another like a pair of shorts underneath. And I just take my pants off while waiting in line, put it on the scanner. And people who aren't paying attention and just see me doing that, they also start taking off their pants in line.
I don't know about that. That sounds
I gotta
Because
try that.
sounds like a lot of extra work.
You have to take off your shoes to put them on the thing. So what I would do is I take my shoes off, put them on the thing, take my pants off, put those on top of my shoes, and people would start doing it.
Why empty?
Funny
That's
as
a good
all hell.
idea. Why empty your pockets? Just have shorts on. That's a good idea, man. I gotta start doing that.
Oh man.
Wow.
Don't start that
Yeah.
trend. Oh my gosh, please don't start that
Wow,
trend.
that is a damn good idea. Why didn't I think of that?
I just wear something that doesn't have a belt, like, drawstring pants or
No,
a skirt.
when I'm traveling, I always wear a belt.
Mm.
Does the belt hold up your pants or does the belt loop hold up your
Oh
belt?
my goodness.
The belt is to hold up my pants.
I think that Mrs. Vile has it right.
Yeah.
Psycho killer. Da, 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 da.
Could very well be the case.
Yes,
Seems
I'm weird
to.
because I can go an entire trip with only one pair of shoes.
Yeah, I'd never be able to pick just the one pair of shoes. I'd have to take at least 2.
Yeah, when I travel, I always have 2 pairs of shoes, my low tops and my high top, because I don't know what I'm going to be doing when I get there. Exactly. So, I'm like, okay, what do I need? High tops, low tops. Alaska, I need a low tops for one event, so that was it.
I suppose I could just borrow my mom's shoes. Usually the only time I travel by plane is if I'm going out to visit my mom.
Yeah, flying kind of sucks. Now.
That sounds reasonable,
Pay for the
Mrs. Vile.
seat.
That's exactly like, a reasonable amount.
Yeah, I've traveled for 2 weeks. I'll have 3 outfits that'll last me the entire 2 weeks.
I can't do that, man. No. I gotta have several shirts, a pair of pants, a nice outfit, something comfortable to wear.
If I need anything else, I'll buy it.
Yeah, but then you're still going to have to try and bring it home.
Yeah. That's why I
No,
just have
then
everything with me.
No, I do the cheap thing. I print out a return label from my eBay store and I return it and I mail it to myself.
Mm.
That way, it cost me like $3 to mail a couple of shirts.
If I go to Hawaii and do that.
I mean, hell, if I even wanted to save the $3, I just put no postage on it and put my address as the sending address. The post office will
Your
send it to my
return
house
address is the sending address. Yeah.
for insufficient postage.
Yeah.
Free postage, nice.
Yeah. No, I always wonder if that works. If it's like at some completely distant, I guess it just goes through a machine and the machine just does it without thinking. Yeah, it would probably work.
I'll just put a 1 cent stamp on there.
And remember, I'll be part of my vacation in the city and part of my in the beach. That's what my shorts are for. Shorts double as swimsuit. And yes, she does hate the fact that I will use my running shorts as a bathing suit.
You know, I'm gonna try that next time I fly out. Just have a pair of swim shorts and regular pants and start taking off my pants so I don't have to empty out my pockets. I gotta do that, man.
Okay, Elihu, the trick is to do it with complete confidence like you've done it 1,000 times.
Yes, I know how to do that, okay? I'm an actor. I know how to do this.
So, okay. I'm not saying I'm actually going to go out to Florida because, to be honest, I have no interest in going to Florida. I'm sorry, LDG, but...
That's fine. I'll be glad not to have you.
No, Michael.
Florida,
no.
America's Wang.
She's not using the nickname Vile or Mike, so we know she's serious. If she triple names me in Spanish, we know I'm really doing bad.
It's like when your mother uses your full name, including your middle names, like, oh shit.
No. The joke is my entire name translates into Spanish and most other languages.
Oh.
Esteban Miguel sobre la calle.
Yeah?
Esteban Miguel sobre la calle. That's my entire name translated into Spanish.
Bueno. Bien.
So,
Sí, mi poquito el habla español. Poquito.
I speak 2 languages, English and bad English.
I speak several languages. English, Spanglish, a little bit of Klingon.
Pig Latin.
I haven't spoken Latin in a while. I know a little bit of Castilian. That's about it. I know one word Russian.
Привет.
I Dovrish.
Paka
Dovrish.
means bye, see you later.
Do you know what I just said?
Eat a fish.
I said I Dovrish.
Oh, I thought you said eat a fish.
I was saying yes, comrade.
Oh,
God, I thought you said you spoke Russian.
I said I know one word in Russian.
Oh. I know a lot of cuss words in various languages, but that's mostly because my friend Nikki speaks like 27 languages.
I know how to cuss somebody out in Spanish, but I'm not going to do it right now because you'll get yanked and struck by YouTube if I do that.
But
Well, I should probably go and take a walk before
Where
it
you going
starts raining again.
Where are you going today?
I'm not going that far, just up to Fort Langley. I'll go for like a walk out on the island or something. Just nice. Oh, we lost Vilemike.
We lost the host.
He kicked himself off.
And I'm still streaming on my channel. Hey.
and of course, StreamYard's crashed on me.
Of course.
As it is wont to do. In fact, my laptop here is actually getting low on battery juice too. So, well, I'm going to probably close down the windows I have open as well when I leave because I'll be closing my computer. So hopefully it will give you enough data.
I'm open. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
But what else do you guys want to talk about before she goes?
How redheads rock.
They sure do. That's why I dye my hair red.
So no, I haven't had one yet.
Yeah, I'll never forget when my dad once discovered I was dating a redhead. The first thing he said is, "Oh, I could never date a fire crotch."
Oh, jeez.
Oh my gosh.
Ay.
So, yeah, that's always stuck in my head ever since that happened. So,
Yeah, I don't dye down there. I just dye the hair on my head. Sorry.
well, my dad was a Texan, so he didn't really say, he just said what was on his mind regardless of the people around him. Funny thing is, my dad was technically born in Germany.
Technically?
He was born on one of the U.S. military base,
okay.
one of them in Germany.
Right. That's very technically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my niece was the same
It's
way.
still U.S. property, so he was a U.S. citizen, of course, but born on the military base.
Yeah, I got a niece that was born in Germany on a military base. Luxembourg.
Cool. I don't want to sit here anymore. My back is hurting again if I do. I'm going to go move around.
Well, are you going to go for a hike today?
No, I went for a big hike yesterday. It was nice. I got to go visit the snow because it doesn't really snow down here in the lower mainland, but if you go up to the mountains, it snows there. So I got to go visit the snow yesterday. Nice to visit it and not live with it.
I love snow.
If you want to post the link, Jordan, go ahead. Jordan says he's got to go ready for my stream, and he's telling you, Pickles, don't forget the Matrix tonight.
Yeah, trust me. I know I'm not forgetting. How can I forget? I'm going to be sitting through that horrible shit-ass movie.
Which one?
Guess.
Is it the...
I'll give you 4 guesses. First 3 don't count.
Is it the best one?
Shut up. Shut up.
The one that made the one that made me feel so much better while watching it just because I knew that it pissed you off so much. It literally, knowing it pissed you off so much, literally made watching the movie more enjoyable for me.
Yeah, I'm glad. Okay, you hear me? I'm glad it made you feel better. Okay, glad you got your rocks off because I was busting mine across the wall. Horrible. God. Dude, I'm telling you, man, I got an epic rant that's going to come out tonight.
I might just have to listen in on it while I'm working because, as I said, after the stream, I'm going to work because I want to try to have Friday off. Because I want to spend some time with my Mrs. Vile before she leaves me for 2 weeks.
Then you'll have to sing sad songs and such.
Now, let's see. Let me check the calendar again. Okay, so... yeah, she leaves on the 3rd, comes back on the 17th, and on the 17th, the 2 younger the 2 middle Vile children are leaving for New York for a week. So it's like Mrs. Vile will be gone, she comes back, 2 of my kids leave, then they come back. So it's like I'm going to be missing somebody for the next 3 weeks regardless.
Maybe you should just try and enjoy the time you get to yourself.
That's what a friend of mine was saying this morning.
He's going to pull a Miles O'Brien. He's going to go stir crazy because Kate goes off world for 6 months.
But I don't plan on building a scale model of the Alamo.
Oh, come on. It's 1/10 scale.
Gove me a minute. Rebooting computer.
The O is next to the I.
I know, but it's still... I always make fun of my kids when
Yes,
they do that.
reading what's being typed.
One of the most annoying things my teenage daughters do is do weird-ass abbreviations and an acronym. Or not an acronym.
Yeah, abbreviations. You're like, what is this an abbreviation for?
Like, one of the things she did was IKYD. Now, what do you think IKYD means?
I know you do.
I know you do. Yeah.
I didn't guess it.
That's not what she told me. She said, "I
What'd she
know
tell you?
you doofus."
Oh, doofus.
Oh, that works.
Hee hee. All right, I better go,
All right.
and I will see you all later. Bye,
Take
Yvette.
it easy.
Later.
You good, hon?
Bye.
That would have been Yvette. That would have been IKYN, not D. But as I said, she told me it was "I know you doofus."
She could have just said doofus. Just cut it short.
What's short for doofus?
I don't know. I've never looked at the etymology of doofus.
Is that what the D stands for in LDG?
Yeah.
Well,
all right. A couple
funny
things
thing
done
is,
this
I've got
morning.
the Google-mobile avatar up, so I'm checking.
To the Google-mobile. Ask Jeeves.
Okay, perhaps an alteration of earlier goofus, first attested in the 1920s, due to an influence of the Scots word doof, meaning simpleton. Scots doof is derived from Low Germanic doof, which has a secondary sense meaning idiotic. The Low Saxon word cognate with English is deaf. Okay.
Okay, let's see what the assistant has to say. What is the origin of the word doofus?
Here are some details.
English, Scots, English, doofus, doof, Scots, doof, or dolt. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have a British accent on this one.
Oh, wow. According to Wikipedia, which I'm just...
Oh, my gosh.
I know. You don't like Wikipedia. Shut up. Doofus has been around since the 12th century. In some form or another. That's interesting to know. So it's nice to know if I'm ever time traveling, I get stuck, I find myself stuck in the Dark Ages, I can still call someone a doofus.
Don't call
I'm
him
fairly sure I wouldn't understand.
For all you know,
English.
maybe you do get sent in the past, and you're the reason why it was created in the 12th century.
Don't call him a dunce. Do not call him a dunce because that means they're a genius.
Yes, I know. Kind of like how, as we've said on this stream before, Nimrod used to mean a great hunter.
Yeah. I just put fresh skin in this bowl.
Speaking of Bugs Bunny, though, since we were talking about the Nimrod thing, someone pointed it out when I was reading, a bunch of memes on Facebook, or I think it was something else, but I can't remember. They were talking about how while hunting the Roadrunner, Wile E. Coyote never talks. And in one episode of like Young Looney Tunes or something like that, they had Wile E. Coyote make the promise to his dad he wouldn't talk again until he caught the Roadrunner. But in the Bugs Bunny shorts where he's hunting Bugs Bunny, he talks a lot. Meaning, sometime between hunting the Roadrunner and Bugs Bunny, Wile E. Coyote caught the Roadrunner.
I guess he stopped using the acne products. Finally realized they're no good. Order from a different company.
Probably Amazon.
Yeah, smart coyote.
That would be a hell of an Amazon commercial. I mean, I don't use Amazon. I don't really like them as a company, but that'd be funny to have him switching from Acme to Amazon. And the final scene of the commercial is him just holding up a tray that looks like a giant turkey on it.
With the red beak.
Yeah. And him saying, like, beep, beep, indeed, my friend. Beep, beep, indeed.
Or him in the Amazon truck holding the tray going, beep, beep, my friend. I want the horn.
What are you working on, LDG?
Clients. Currently on a website right now, trying to make sense of these plugins and analytics and stuff like that. Just working for clients.
Not working for peanuts.
New website went live that I've been working on for 8 weeks straight. Went live last week, and it's doing great.
All right, Jordan posted his Walton's review. If you want to post the link to your, there you go. And he posted the link to the best Matrix movie.
Have you seen the Keanu Reeves short of the one titled "Finally Watching Matrix Revolutions"?
No.
It's funny. It's funny. Yes, Keanu Reeves is doing shorts. He's addicted to short YouTube shorts. His girlfriend's upset.
1, I don't care. 2, I don't care.
They're funny.
Yeah, but, you know, I'm not a huge Keanu Reeves fan. I mean,
Neither am I, but they're funny.
you have to remember, Elihu, when I first saw John Wick the first time, I thought it was the dumbest fucking movie ever.
Why? Because they killed his
what do I know?
dog.
It's getting its 3rd sequel.
4th. John Wick 4.
3rd sequel.
Okay.
Pay attention. I know what I'm saying.
I don't.
Because the first sequel would have been John Wick 2.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
I got John Wick 4. I haven't got a chance to watch it yet. I'm like, okay, let's download and everything. I just haven't hit play.
Well, me and Mrs. Vile went to go see Shazam last week. We liked it. And then this week we were going to try to see Dungeons and Dragons, but I know I got to see that one with Caddy.
I have heard mixed reviews of the new version.
I don't care because I'm the type of person that was still able to enjoy Dungeons and Dragons 2 just because of Jeremy Irons. I mean, the way he chewed the scenery in that movie made it thoroughly enjoyable to watch.
Well, at least it's not supposed to be as campy as Marlon Wayne's version. Well, another one. McConnell as well. It's not supposed to be as campy as that one. Dude, mute.
Sorry.
What did you think of Shazam?
I liked it.
And the end credit scenes?
We didn't stick for the second one because I had to pee.
Oh, okay. If you want, you want me to tell you what it was?
Sure, why not?
Mr. Mime is back.
Mr. Mime?
The little worm guy from the end credits of the first movie, and Saval.
Ah, okay.
He's asking why did it take so long? Why did it take so long? 2 years? Because planning. Because it was 2 years since the last movie. 2 years because of planning. So that was a little teaser thing in the end credits. It was dumb. I like the Wonder Woman better.
Either way, I don't care. I thought the movie was fun. It was, you know, a great way. It was a popcorn flick. I'm okay with that. I don't know why, you know, average comic book movies are suddenly so bad. I mean, an average comic book movie, 20 years ago meant it was fantastic. Now average means it's crap. I don't understand.
I mean, does the Amanda Waller scene actually continue with the DC universe, or is the Flash going to really reset everything like James Gunn promised?
All right, I'm going to post a link to someone else's video real quick. Only because he's got all the scenes of Jeremy Irons in Dungeons and Dragons. That way you guys can enjoy that particular bit. So.
Oh, I think I need to make more coffee.
But yeah, that. Sorry. But he made that movie. I'm sorry. I could happily watch that one. And then the other similar thing to Dungeons and Dragons that I could easily watch. Have any of you guys heard of Dark Dungeons?
I've heard of the Eagles Dungeon, but not Dark Dungeons.
Okay. Remember how early in the stream I was showing off the proselytization tracks that I was handed?
Yeah.
Well, there's a famous one by a guy named Jack T. Chick, where he does these little comic books. I've showed him off on the stream before. He had one of them called Dark Dungeons, and it was how Dungeons and Dragons will basically give you actual magic powers and turn you to the devil.
I can get actual magical powers? Awesome!
Now, a atheist group actually paid him for the movie rights to that tract. And he accepted, and they made a movie on it called Dark Dungeons, because that was the name of the tract. And it makes fun of everything the guy believes in about, Dungeons and Dragons and the whole tract by taking it 100% serious.
Kids get magical powers and everything?
Yes.
Oh
it is free on YouTube, I believe. Let me see if I can pull it up.
You look for that. I'm going to go to Loja. This coffee's running through me. Oh. Hang on, let me switch my avatar.
All right.
Okay, I'll be back in a moment.
All right, hold on. I'm trying to get the link. No, don't play. I just wanted the link. There we go. That is the link to Dark Dungeons. At least it's episode 1 of Dark Dungeons. You can go to their website to watch the full thing. Hopefully it's still up. But as I said, it takes what's found in the tract and the whole satanic panic stuff as 100% real. And that's why it's so funny. At least it's funny to me. It's like, what's the trope? I can't remember the trope right now. But it's where it's something satire that's so good you can't really tell that it's not satire. That's what this movie is. It is satirizing it by playing it 100% legit. Sorry, no one was saying anything. I had to do that to be funny.
I love it. Do you like this? How it makes it look like I'm always looking at the camera? I'm actually looking that way My eyeball is literally at my finger. Now I'm looking over here.
No,
Now I'm
what
looking
I'm
over
confused
here.
about is are you using a green screen to project the front and back thing?
What? What?
Are you using a green screen? Because it looks weird how your arm is being cut off right there. And your shirt.
This is my monitor. This is one of my screens. This right
Well,
here?
Yeah.
No, the camera is behind the monitor.
So why is it just focusing on you? Why does everything look so blurry?
You're talking about this. That's just NVIDIA broadcast blur background blur.
Okay.
It focuses on me and it blurs
looks like
everything
you're
else.
using a green screen while doing it then.
No, it's just
Well,
a
yeah,
feature.
it makes you. It's so you can do it without having to have a I mean, I could replace the background and remove the background.
You can move his icon, you can move the bottom corner.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
I just like the background blur. But it's funny because the background blur, this is not my background, but it's not me, so it's considered the background. That's why it's blurring the screen in front.
It just it looks like you're using a green screen where you're cutting yourself out and putting yourself in a blurred photo.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, like this.
But
Blurry,
wait, so put me up real quick so I can see this. All right, so yeah, see? That's on. That's off. This is where I'm really looking at. And then I turn it on and it looks like I'm looking at the screen. I love that. Love it. Sometimes it messes up where my eyeball looks like it's looking in the wrong direction sometimes.
Your eyeballs are messed up. Oh, yeah, I see your eyes are
It'll
floating.
jump.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm not even looking at. I
maybe
haven't been
something
looking.
like that, so it doesn't appear that I'm always in the car. Like
He's a changeling, people. Yeah, do the blur background, man. What if you have Snapcam? You can put yourself in a virtual car.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream unless you guys have anything else to talk about. Because
Yeah, no, man, I actually got to call a client. So yeah, no, you're fine. Just anybody who wants to hang out, join us in the underground, freethenet.org/underground. And I believe we're going to be heading over to Mr. Londell's for a groovy movie.
Since there's no Twilight Zone today, because
freethenet.org/underground.
Yeah, Birds canceled Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
But Name That Tune is still on tonight on Hanstar's channel.
All right.
Thanks for having me, Violet. Good to see you again, bud. And tonight, Gorilla, Random Thoughts, Resolute Germ, me, Matrix 4. It's gonna be a hoot, to say the least.
That I might listen into while I'm working. I don't know if I'll be in chat, but I'll listen to it.
Dude, my rant begins at the very first scene.
Have you seen the movie in full yet, or no?
Yes, I've seen the movie in full.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll leave you guys with a brief video, and then I'll just finish off by saying, later, folkses.
Later.
All right. You're 19 years old now. I figure it's about time you got one after all your complaining.